Let's see.
Got that far yet? Okay, theoretically, YouTube's live. Okay. Okay. Ready, Paul? All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 198 District Court. Once again, pursuant to the Supreme Court orders, we're conducting court by Zoom this morning. We are live on YouTube. In addition to that, the courtroom doors are unlocked, the courtroom is unlocked, and the courthouse is open. So we're going to start out this morning running down the docket as it was originally prepared. Please keep your microphones muted until you hear your name called. At this point, we have 102 people on here. So if people do not have their microphones, we'll have so much background noise that we can't we can't pay attention to the hearing. So please mute your microphones, and then when you hear your name called, you can unmute. Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-612, the state of Texas versus Stone Alvarez.
Here, Your Honor.
Good morning. Looks like we reset your arraignment for you to hire an attorney or to apply for court-appointed counsel.
Yes, Your Honor.
Looks like you applied for court-appointed counsel back on March 10th, and at that point, we're told that you make too much to qualify. Have you retained an attorney?
No, Your Honor. I haven't been able to find anybody that will take payments on like such short notice and everything.
Who'd you talk to?
I talked to Danford, but he just doesn't seem like I'll be able to do it. You know what I mean? I don't have like that kind of money.
Well, that's one person. There's a whole yellow page that's full of attorneys. I'm going to reset you one more time, Mr. Alvarez, and then we're going to seriously talk about consequences, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
You need to take this serious, and you need to get out there and retain an attorney. You have the resources to do it. Just take care of it, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to reset you for May 3rd at 8:30. Please have somebody before May 3rd, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. You're free to leave.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B20-214, the state of Texas versus Mario Castillo III.
Here, Your Honor.
Mr. Castillo, we're present for arraignment today. Did you hire an attorney?
I have not. I talked to the court office and I was supposed to go fill out an application that I have not. I can fill it out today because I'm off.
Why haven't you gone to fill out an application before now?
I've been working over there in Brady, Texas, so I've just been getting off late.
I understand that, but you can do it by email, you can do it by mail, you can do it in person. I'm going to reset you one more time, and then similar to what I told Mr. Alvarez, you really need to take this seriously and take care of it, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're set for May 3rd at 8:30 a.m., please.
Okay.
Court will call cause number B20-414 and B2143, state of Texas versus Samantha Cooper. Ms. Moreno, please mute your microphone. Ms. Cooper, are you with us? Okay, let's set it to the side. What a shock. Court will call cause number B21-44, the state of Texas versus Cameron Davila. Cameron Davila. I'm showing that George Gutierrez has been waived. So the next case up is B20-527, the state of Texas versus Leanne Hernandez. Leanne Hernandez. Hernandez, are you with us?
Don't come over here, smoke.
Court will call cause number B20-436, the state of Texas versus Karina Holcomb. Karina Holcomb. She's not here. I'll set to the side and come back. Court will call cause number B2150, B2445, and 446, the state of Texas versus Gregory Jones.
Your Honor, our law firm was just hired on that case. I believe we'll be filing notice today. Mr. Jones?
Daniel Rodriguez is who's talking.
It'll be Daniel Rodriguez and Stephen Barrera.
Well, what we're going to do is set these to the side and we'll circle back.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Mr. Jones?
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry, I couldn't find Zoom or mute.
All right. Mr. Rodriguez, have you had an opportunity to go through any of these three indictments with your client?
No, Your Honor. He hired over the weekend. Steve Barrera just notified me that he would be on today's docket as well. And I don't know that he's actually gone over anything with Stephen Barrera yet either.
All right, let's do this. Let's reset him for May 3rd, and that'll give you an opportunity to file a waiver if you want to. And if not, then we can arraign him on May 3rd.
May 3rd. Okay.
Yes,
Is Mr. Jones excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're excused, Mr. Jones.
Thank you.
Made a docket entry on one of them. Court will call cause number B21-56, the state of Texas versus Juan Martin. Juan Martin.
Let me see your phone, babe, so I can find that thing for us. What?
Mr. Juan Martin, are you with us? Call cause number B21-27, the state of Texas versus Micah McCormick. Micah McCormick. Court will call cause number B21-49, State of Texas versus Brandon McDaniel. Brandon McDaniel. That's a no, right? That's okay. Court will call cause number B20-560, the State of Texas versus Jennifer Moreno.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Moreno, we're present for arraignment today. Looks like you were supposed to come in and apply for court-appointed counsel. Did you do so?
I had already applied and I called a few times and I'm still waiting to hear back from them.
Who'd you submit the application to?
I did it when I was in jail.
Yes, ma'am, and that's why the court told you to go back and apply again last month. We have no record of an application. You were supposed to go back in the district clerk's office and take care of it.
Oh, I've just been calling, but I can go do that.
Are you really going to do it this time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to reset you for May 3rd at 8:30. We'll see you back then, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-562, the State of Texas versus Stephen Ortiz. That was an FTA last time. Okay. Stephen Ortiz. Court will call cause number B21-59 and 60, the State of Texas versus Martin Salazar Jr. Martin Salazar Jr.
Yes, Your Honor.
There we go. All right, Mr. Salazar, we're present for arraignment this morning. Are you currently represented by an attorney?
No, sir, not yet.
Do you have the resources to hire your own attorney?
I was planning to, but I think I'm gonna need a court-appointed attorney.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to respectfully please contact the district clerk's office here in Kirk County. File
Yes,
your
sir.
application for court-appointed counsel before Wednesday, please.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to reset you for May 3rd at 8:30, and we'll see you
Okay,
back
I'll do
then.
that today.
Okay. Be
Yes,
sure
sir.
and tell your attorney if you're qualified for one that your court's on May 3rd at 8:30.
Yes, sir, will do.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B21-45, the State of Texas versus Joshua San Miguel. Joshua San Miguel.
Your Honor, I represent Mr. San Miguel on a couple of other charges. I have not been appointed on this one. Just thought I would inform the court of that.
Thank you. It's no arrest. Okay. It's reset for May 3rd. All right. He's just going to be moved to May 3rd, Mr. Ferguson. We're not showing an arrest on this.
Yes, sir.
If you can get a hold of him, if you have his contact information, you might have him come in and apply for court-appointed counsel so that we can get you appointed to the felony also.
I will definitely try and see if I can't find him.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I know. Court will call cause number B21, 61, and 62, the state of Texas versus Travis Schaefer. Good morning, Mr. Schaefer. Do you have any way to turn your video on?
I thought it said stop. Hold on. You see me?
No. Let's try this without it for a moment. There you go.
There we go. I had to stop and stop again.
Okay. We're set for arraignment this morning. Are you represented by an attorney?
No, sir. I just bonded out last week. I'm working on getting one.
Okay. Let me do this then. Let's reset you for May 3rd at 8:30. Be sure
Okay.
to tell your attorney that's when your court date is, okay?
Will do, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Schaefer.
You have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Court will call cause number B21-40, the state of Texas versus Javier Villegas. Javier Villegas. Okay. Court will call cause number B20-368, the state of Texas versus Juan Garza.
Present, Your Honor.
I'm present for him, Your Honor.
For purposes of arraignment, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, it's a pretrial?
It's pretrial, yes.
I'm sorry. All right, for purposes of pretrial, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do we have any pretrial issues we need to address today?
No, Your Honor.
State? Check the scheduling order. All right, looks like your next appearance before the court is set for May 3rd at 8:30, and that's for another pretrial. So we'll see you back then. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
May 3rd. Depends on if you want to make docket entries or not. Court will call cause number B20-96, the state of Texas versus Edwin Rodello.
Counsel's present on that one, Your Honor. I did see my client's iPhone logging on and it said it was connecting for quite a while. I'm not sure if he's been able to connect.
Mr. Rodello, are you with us? Edwin Rodello. All right, we'll set him aside and circle back to him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court will call cause number B20-623, the state of Texas versus Leonel Lopez.
Judge, I'm present for Mr. Lopez.
Mr. Lopez, are you with us? Leonel Lopez Sr.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, for purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready, Your Honor.
We're present and ready for pretrial, Judge.
Do we have any pretrial issues to address?
None from the state.
Not at this time, Judge.
It looks like we don't have any labs. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, let's set pretrial for June 28th at 8:30 and see if we have our labs by then.
June the 28th. Thank you, Judge. May my client and myself be excused?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. You too.
Mr. Lopez, I'll talk to you later. Okay, thank you.
Hmm? Court will call cause number B20-209, the state of Texas versus Jose Robles.
Present for him.
Mr. Robles, are you with us? Jose Robles.
I see him on the screen, Your Honor. There he is. Speak up, Mr. Robles.
Yes, sir.
There we go. All right, for purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
Defense is ready.
Do we have any pretrial issues?
None, Your Honor.
None from the state.
All right, looks like we're off our scheduling order. Let's set a pretrial on May 3rd and then a 2801 hearing on June 1st. And those are both at 8:30 in the morning.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Mr. Garza be, or Mr. Robles be excused?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. You can log off, Mr. Robles.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B20-611, the state of Texas versus Dylan Allen.
I'm present, Your Honor. I'm not sure that Mr. Allen is on and we're trying to get a hold of him.
I'm here, Your Honor.
There he is. Okay, he's
There
on.
we go.
Galaxy.
All right, for purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
We're ready, Your Honor.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the defense, Your Honor.
None from the state.
All right, looks like our next scheduled appearance before the court is May 3rd at 8:30. So we'll see everybody back then. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court will call cause number B20-266, state of Texas versus Stephanie Beach.
We're present, Your Honor. She's here in my office.
Purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
We're ready, Your Honor. We don't have any pretrial motions at this point in time. The state has made us a plea offer and we're contemplating that, but we don't have any motions at this point in time.
State.
None from the state.
All right, looks like our next scheduled appearance is May 3rd for a 2801 hearing. So we'll see you back next month.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Hill will come in. And Judge, Mr. Hill's in my office. He's in the lobby. He'll be in just a second.
Okay, thank you.
This is Mr. Hill, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-435, the state of Texas versus Keith Hill. Purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor. We worked out a plea on this matter, but I can't do it this Friday. I was wondering if we could do it next month.
Don't have any problem with that.
I would say just get with the state and they'll put you on one of the plea dockets.
All right, Your Honor. We'll do that as quick as possible. Just can't do it this Friday.
Not a problem. Thank you, Mr. Danford.
Thank you. Ms. Medina is also in the lobby. She's coming in, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I assume, just for clarity's sake, these next hearings will be in person. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Okay. This is Mrs. Medina, Your Honor. We're present.
Give me 1 second to play catch up. Court will call cause number B17-225, the state of Texas versus Maria Medina. For purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Your Honor. And
Do we have any
we're,
pretrial issues?
no, I believe the state was going to look into possibly dismissing this case. Waiting to hear back.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance is May 3rd for a 2801 hearing. So we'll see everybody then back then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. So you can be excused. Okay. Send Mr. Watson in here. Okay, thanks. Mr. Solis is actually on the computer, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, the next person up is Roland Montestecho.
Yes, sir. We filed a waiver of arraignment on that case.
Yep. Looks like again, just in case. Thank you. Court will call cause number B19-341, State of Texas versus Eduardo Solis. Purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
We're present, Your Honor. Mr. Solis is online.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Well, I think we were just, this case was heading towards a trial, Your Honor.
Okay. Let me get you a trial date. Pre-trial will be June 28th at 8:30, and we'll set you for trial on June 29th.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe he can be excused.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a nice day.
Thank you too. Court will call cause number B20-633, the state of Texas versus Tana Watson.
We're
Purposes
present.
of pretrial. President ready?
Ready, Your Honor.
State?
State's ready.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the defense side, Your Honor.
None from the state.
All right, looks like your next scheduled appearance is May 3rd at 8:30, so we'll see everybody back then. Thank you.
May she be excused?
Absolutely. Thank
And
you.
may I be excused?
Absolutely. Stanford. Yes. Court will call cause number B20-566, or excuse me, 556, the state of Texas versus Wayne Matson III for purposes of pretrial. What say the parties?
State's ready.
President.
We're ready, Your Honor.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the
Not from the
state.
defense, Your Honor.
None from the state.
All right, your next scheduled appearance before the court is May 3rd at 8:30. We'll see everybody back then. Thank you.
Judge, what is the May 3rd setting? Is that what's that, just a pretrial?
It's a pretrial,
Very well. Thank you, Judge.
and it will be in person. So we'll see
Very
everybody
well.
back then. Thank you.
There you are.
Mr. Mattson, is Mr. Mattson excused, Judge?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Log off.
All right.
Court will call cause number B18-261, the state of Texas versus Adrian Uriel Stigi. For purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Uriel Stigi, are you there?
He should be on, Judge. We had communicated with him earlier. Adrian, your state is not on. See if you can get him on, please.
Okay, we'll circle back to him. Court will call cause number B20-366, the state of Texas versus Wesley Fife.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Morning, Judge.
For purposes of pretrial, would say the parties.
It's ready.
We're ready, Your Honor. We don't have anything to take up this morning.
Nothing from the state.
All right, it looks like your next scheduled pretrial counsel is May 3rd at 8:30. So we'll see everybody back then. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, Your
Judge.
Honor.
Wesley, I think you're excused. Is he excused, Judge?
Yes.
Thank
Just
you.
to make it clear, ladies and gentlemen, after your case is called, you are excused. But please don't leave until your case is called. Court will call cause number B20-210, the state of Texas versus Joshua Gomez Sr.
I'm here on that, Your Honor.
I'm here.
All right, do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the
No,
state.
Judge, not from the defense.
All right, it looks like this was actually supposed to be a 2801 today.
We don't have anything, Your Honor.
Do you have any announcements, Mr. Ellison?
I mean, I'm ready.
Okay. All right, the next appearance for the court will be May 3rd at 8:30, and we'll pick a trial date then. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Court will call cause number B19-60, the state of Texas versus Jesus Juarez. For purposes of pretrial, would say the parties.
State's ready.
I'm here on that, Your Honor.
Mr. Juarez, are you with us?
I haven't heard from him, Your Honor.
Jesus Juarez. Okay, we'll circle back to him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will call cause number B20-126, the state of Texas versus Travis Martin. For purposes of pretrial, would say the parties.
State's ready.
I'm here for him, Judge.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Very good. Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the state.
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance for the court is May 3rd for a 2801 hearing. So we'll see everybody back then.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Court will call cause number B20-193, the state of Texas versus Angelina Medina.
I'm here.
Set for a 2801 hearing today.
I'm here for her, Your Honor. We don't have any motions or matters to take up.
None from the state.
Come on, let's go. Let out any of that anger you got up built up in there. I'm not angry. Confused.
Okay, looks like the next scheduled appearance for the court is May 3rd for a pretrial. So we'll see everybody. We'll see everybody back then.
He was a kid.
What rebelling? I never get many to rebel against.
Yeah.
Where's the background noise coming from? Court will call cause number B20-571, the state of Texas versus Jeffrey Rogers. For purposes
come in.
of pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Your Honor, he's here with me in my office. We don't have anything to take up today.
We've already had a 2801 in this case. Do we need to get on the trial docket, or where are we standing?
I'm gonna meet with Steve or Ben and try to get this worked out. I think we can.
Okay, let's set it for May 3rd for another pretrial, and then we'll make a decision at that point.
Yes, Your Honor.
Everybody back on May 3rd.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Can you stand by on that?
Judge Emerson, this is Amber Ryder.
No, just her. Court will call cause number B20-461 and B2572, the state of Texas versus Angel Sanchez Jr.
I'm here, Your Honor.
I'm here, Your Honor, for him.
Do we have any pretrial issues to address, counsel?
No, Your Honor.
Not from the state.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance is May 3rd for a 2801 hearing, so we'll see everybody back in. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Judge Emerson,
Yes, ma'am.
this is Amber Ryder, and I've been trying to get a hold of Miss Perry, but she has calls. Do you know if I'm actually supposed to be in court today?
This isn't the right time to ask me that. I have 100 people on this Zoom
I
here.
apologize.
Call the district
Okay.
clerk's office and they can answer that question for you.
Okay, yes, thank
Court will call cause number B19-208 and 209, the state of Texas versus Matthew Settles.
I'm here on that, Your Honor.
Mr. Settles, are you with us?
Yes.
There we go. Do we have any pretrial issues to address, counsel?
Not from the defense.
None from the state.
All right, looks like we have one more pretrial on May 3rd, and then at that point, we need to choose how we're going to proceed. So we'll see everybody
Yes, Your
back
Honor.
in. Court will call cause number B19-926, the state of Texas versus Stanley Swindle.
He's present in my office with me, Your Honor.
We have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Not from the defense.
Not from the state.
All right, this one's kind of like the last one. We're going to set it for May 3rd, and then at that point, we need to figure out which docket we're going to proceed on.
Yes, Your Honor.
See everybody back on May 3rd.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
You're done. Was she May 3rd then? Yeah. Bye, Snow.
Am I excused, sir?
You are. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. You too. Court will call cause number B19-807 and 808, the state of Texas versus Kevin Brandt. For purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Your Honor, Mr. Brandt is in Kerr County Jail. I don't know if they have him on this morning or
We'll have to move him to 1:30.
that'll be fine. I will be here.
Thank you. Let me make a note on here.
Okay, we're down to March. I bought water. This is not
Court will call cause number B20-273, the state of Texas versus Albert Gabbard.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the state.
None at this time, Your Honor, although they have made me a plea offer. Spoken with my client about it. I'm going to talk to Mr. Rosenbach maybe a little later today or tomorrow about it, and I think we're really close.
Okay, well, we have one more pretrial set for May 3rd, so we'll see everybody back then. Thank you.
And if we have an agreement, do you want to do it on Friday or do you want to wait till?
No, put it on a plea date if we have an agreement.
Thank you, Judge. I'll talk to Mr. Rosenbach.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Gabbard, I'll call you after I speak with him. It may be tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not sure what my day is going to look like.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Excused?
Yes, Mr. Gabbard, you can be excused.
Thank you.
I need to tighten up my TV.
Court will call cause number B2016, 17, and 174, the state of Texas versus Julius Hardy.
Mr. Hardy's present here in my office, Your Honor.
Okay. We have any pretrial issues other than setting a trial date?
None from me, Your Honor.
None from the state.
All right, on all three of these, let's set a pretrial on June 28th and we'll set trial on June 29th. So we'll see everybody back on June 28th at 8:30, please.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge.
You're welcome. There you go. Thank you.
You're next on the docket.
Court will call cause number B20-89, the state of Texas versus Brian Metter.
Mr. Metter's here in my office, Your Honor.
We have any pretrial issues, counsel?
We're not at this time. We do not.
None from the state.
All right, looks like we have one more pretrial on May 3rd, and then we have to pick a docket to go one way or the other. So we'll
Yes,
see
Your
everybody
Honor.
back on May 3rd at 8:30.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And third, we'll put together between now and then, okay? Yes, sir. Counselor?
Court will call cause number B19-849, the state of Texas versus Eduardo Moreno Hernandez.
Present, Your Honor.
I'm present with Mr. Hernandez, Your Honor.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
None from the state.
All right, similar to the last one, we have one more pretrial. So we'll see you back on May 3rd at 8:30. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Mr. Hernandez, I'll probably call you later on this week so we can talk about everything, okay?
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B21-58, the state of Texas versus Quang Nigan, Gwen.
Your Honor, I see his Zoom icon up there. He is present. Mr. Nguyen, if you would unmute. Mr. Nguyen? I thought he had it unmuted there for a second.
I believe that last name is pronounced Wynn.
Wynn, thank you.
Wynn. Can you, Mr. Wynn, can you unmute?
All right, we'll circle back to him, Brett. Maybe he can figure it out by then.
Okay, thank you, Judge. And I'm going to file a waiver of arraignment. I just hadn't had a chance to go over the indictment with him.
Court will call cause number B19-658, the state of Texas versus Luis Oliveros.
Judge.
Here, I'm here.
Okay. Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Not today, Your Honor.
None from the state.
All right, your next scheduled pretrial is going to be May 3rd, and you're set for trial May 4th. So we'll see you back next month.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Mr. Oliveros?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me a call on Wednesday so that we can talk about everything.
I will. Yes, sir, Mr. Ferguson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're excused now.
Okay.
Court will call cause number B20-458, the state of Texas versus Guadalupe Pena Jr.
Your Honor, we have Mr. Pena set for a plea Friday. Hang on just a minute, Mr. Wynn. Hang on.
I'm sorry, did you say Mr. Pena is set for a plea Friday?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. We'll see everybody back on Friday at 8 a.m.
And Mr. Nguyen got his phone unmuted or his Zoom unmuted.
See if I still have him on. Mr. Nguyen, can you please unmute?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what's the correct pronunciation of your last name?
Wing.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Ferguson, for purposes of arraignment, are you ready to proceed?
Your Honor, I have not had an opportunity to go over the indictment with Mr. Wynn. At this point, I'd like an opportunity to go over it with him, and then I'll file a waiver of arraignment if that's okay with the court.
All right, we'll tentatively put him on the May 3rd docket, and then if you file the waiver, it'll flip to the scheduling order.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Wynn. Be sure and stay in touch with your attorney, please.
Yes, what does that mean, a waiver?
Well,
I'll call your attorney.
Yeah, and I'll explain all of that whenever we talk, okay?
All right.
And I have your phone number. I'll try and call you here after I get out of court this morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Court will call cause number B20-575, the state of Texas versus Michael Springer.
Here, Your Honor.
We have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Not at this time, Your Honor. I do have some motions that I plan on filing. I just have not yet completely got them all prepared and ready to file, but not today.
State?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right, we're going to set the 2801 for May 3rd. So we'll see everybody back next month.
All right, have a good day, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B19-560, B2378, and B2576. Purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Defense is ready. I haven't heard Mr. St. James announce.
Mr. St. James, are you with us?
Yes, Your Honor.
There we go.
I'm here.
Thank you. All right, do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the defense at this time, Your Honor.
None from the state.
All right, looks like your next scheduled appearance is on May 3rd for a 2801 hearing on all three. So we'll see you back next month. Thank you.
Give me a call, Mr. St. James, so we can prepare, if that okay?
Yes, sir, Mr. Ferguson. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
We'll just leave that other chair right there before you leave.
Court will call cause number B20-464 and 20-577, State of Texas versus Jennifer Stacy. For purposes of a 2801, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Defense is not quite ready, Your Honor, and I would request one more 2801.
All right, we'll reset the 2801 for May 3rd at 8:30. We'll see everybody back then.
Thank you very much, Judge.
You're welcome. Court will call cause number B20-579, the State of Texas versus John Tomac.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. We have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
None from the state.
All right, our next scheduled appearance is May 3rd for a 2801 hearing. So we'll see everybody back next month. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. All right, that's all I had this morning, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see y'all this afternoon.
Bye. Stephen, may I have a break? Just real quick. Thanks.
Court will call cause number B19-879, the state of Texas versus Patrick Baldwin, for purposes of a 2801 hearing. What say the parties?
State's ready.
Defendant's ready, Your Honor. I'm here for Mr. Baldwin.
Mr. Baldwin, are you with us?
We were in contact last night.
Patrick Baldwin. There we go. Okay. All right. Do we have any motions or announcements for the 2801?
Nothing from the state.
Nothing from the defendant, Your Honor. I'd like to possibly ask for another, little consideration on an offer and then run that by Mr. Baldwin and see where we go, see if we're going to end up going to trial.
Okay. Let's set another pretrial on May 3rd at 8:30 and we'll see everybody back then.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-9, the state of Texas versus Jacob Cotner.
State's ready.
Defendant's
present,
ready, Your
sir.
Honor. I'm here for Mr. Cutner.
Mr. Cotner, are you with us? There you are.
I am, sir.
Thank you. We have any 2801 issues we need to address today?
None from the state.
No, sir. My announcement would be the same as I had for Mr. Baldwin. I'd like to just ask for one more consideration and an offer for Mr. Cutner. I think that we should be able to work his out. That's my hope.
All right. We'll see everybody back on May 3rd at 8:30.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Sure, Bob. We can talk whenever you're ready.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Jacob.
Court will call cause number B18-816 and B19-416, the state of Texas versus Nicholas Grubb.
State's ready.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Mr. Green, are you with us?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here for the defendant. We are going to have one or two ex parte matters to take up with the court in the next 1 or 2 days. And I anticipate I'll be circulating a motion in limine and I'll send it to the DA's office first so we can review it and agree on as much of it as we can. I don't know if there's going to be anything for the court, but certainly we want to reserve that. Other than that, we're going to do everything we can to get ready for trial. We got an offer from the district attorney's office. We think it's a little high. I'll be glad to give Mr. Harpold a call in the next week, and we'll see if we can narrow the issues and maybe come up with a resolution.
Sounds good to me.
All right, we'll see everybody back on May 3rd at 8:30, please.
And that'll be in person, Your Honor?
In person.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
We'll be there.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And I believe that's all. I believe we're excused, correct, Your Honor?
You are. Thank you.
Sir. Mm-hmm.
I'm back, Steven.
Okay.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Court will call cause number B19 626, 627, 628, and 720, the state of Texas versus Arthur Hernandez.
Present, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Hernandez or the state, either one, do we have any pretrial issues?
I'm from the state.
Your Honor, I would like to see about getting court-appointed counsel. I tried representing myself and it's not working out.
All right, what you need to do is file an application for court-appointed counsel with the district clerk's office. And
Yes, sir.
try to do that by Wednesday of this week, please, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you back on May 3rd at 8:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I only wrote it on one.
Okay.
Court will call cause number B20-263, the state of Texas versus Soledad Areola.
I'm present, Your Honor.
Present with
Thank
counsel, Judge.
All right, do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
No, Judge, not this time.
The state.
State?
None from the state, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
All right, we're set for a 2801 on May 3rd, and we'll see everybody back at 8:30 on May 3rd.
Yes, Judge, I have one other client set on the docket. I just wanted to make sure you hadn't called his name because I did show up a little late. Mr. Jordan Ramirez. B20567.
I don't think he's on there, is he? Yeah, I don't believe he's on the docket.
Okay, I'll have my staff call. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Court will call cause number B19-200, the state of Texas versus Gabriel Vasquez.
Judge, I'm present on that. I saw him online earlier.
Mr. Vasquez, are you with us?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm here. I'm right here. Yes, sir.
All right, do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
No, Judge, I believe this is a 2801. And if I could get one more 2801, my kids go off quarantine tomorrow. So it's been kind of a circus around here. I would really appreciate it. So I can meet with Mr. Vasquez.
State have any issues?
No, no issues, Your Honor.
All right, let's reset the 2801 for May 3rd at 8:30. We'll see everybody back then.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Thank you. All you doing, okay? Yeah, we're not going to get it. Court will call cause number B20-217 and 274, the state of Texas versus Tammy Galloway Gardner.
Good morning, Your Honor. My quarantine here. One of my quarantines just walked in. Tammy Galloway Gardner, and I have no pretrials at this time. I'm just trying to work out a deal with the state. I think we'll work this case out.
State have any pretrial issues?
None from the state.
All right, we'll see everybody back on May 3rd, and then at that point, we'll set a trial date if we don't have anything worked out.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
And got out.
Sorry about that, Judge.
That's okay.
That was our little COVID patient. He's doing great.
It looks good. Court will call cause number B20-294, the state of Texas versus Brittany McCool for purposes of arraignment. What say the parties?
Judge, I reviewed the indictment with Ms. McCool, and I'll waive formal reading, and all the identifying information is correct. I will enter a plea of not guilty.
Ms. McCool, are you with us?
She's here, Your Honor. One moment, and I'll get her.
Goddamn mess.
1 minute, please.
Ms. McCool?
I'm getting her on. She's been in and out of the hospital, Your Honor. She's in the restroom. She'll be right out.
Hey, Your Honor, my name is John Swensky, and I've just been informed by my attorney that I've been reset. Is this true, or do I need to stay in court?
I couldn't tell you without going in and looking, Mr. Swensky. I would tell you to hang loose and try to call the district clerk's office and they can tell you, okay?
Speak up.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Okay. Ms. McCool, for purposes of arraignment, what say the parties?
It's ready.
Defense is ready.
Okay. And Ms. McCool, do you understand that your attorney has already gone through your arraignment?
No, I haven't talked to her.
Let's go through it again to make sure we're all on the same page.
Judge, I reviewed the identifying information with Ms. McCool, and she understands what she's charged with. All the identifiers are correct. We'll waive formal reading and enter a plea of not guilty at this time.
Okay, the court will enter a scheduling order. Ms. McCool, your next scheduled appearance before the court is June 1st at 8:30 a.m. So we'll see you back then.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you.
Yeah, the next one down. I'll go ahead and do the next one in the middle. So, give me a moment. Court will call cause number B19-888 and 889, the state of Texas versus Stephen Myers.
I believe he is on, Judge. I spoke with him a few minutes ago.
Myers, you with us?
I'm here. Yes, sir.
Speak up. Oh, there you go. Okay, thank you. All right, do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Not at this time, Judge. I believe you signed a continuance last week on the trial setting.
Nothing from the state.
You want to remain on the trial docket, or do you want to reset it for pretrial on May 3rd, or how do you want to proceed?
Let's just reset it for a pretrial on May 3rd, and then we can determine at that point if he needs to go on the trial docket. That's okay.
Okay, we'll see everybody back on May 3rd at 8:30 for a pretrial. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
I got something, Judge. So I got a notice from you to come to court next tomorrow, and Davis Delvon called me yesterday, told me to stay home in Houston and come to court today. This court was not, but I've actually got a document. I just want to, I mean, it's from the Cook County Clerk's office, and I got it 2 days before I got the one that said.
That's what your attorney was just talking about. That's what your attorney was just talking about. Your trial's been reset. So your next scheduled appearance will be May 3rd.
I was just want to make sure that I didn't need to be there in person today or
No,
tomorrow.
I appreciate you asking, but we'll see you back on May 3rd. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused? I'm sorry for the interruption.
You may. Thank you.
Thank you.
Call me Ms. Cannell
I will. Goodbye.
today, please.
Court will call cause number B20-191 and 192, State of Texas versus Alalea Schubach. For
I'm
purposes
here,
of
Your Honor.
trial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Your Honor, I'm present on this case. Defense is ready.
Do we have any pretrial issues?
No.
None from the state.
Mr. Rodriguez. Yes. No, schedule. All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance is May 3rd for a pretrial. So we'll see everybody back then at 8:30, please.
And Ms.
Thank you, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Schubach be excused?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a nice day.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-616, State of Texas versus Mary Cox.
Good morning, Judge. John Kuntz for Ms. Cox. She's on as Mary Ann. I'm trying to see her on the screen.
I'm right here.
There she is.
There we go. All right, do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Judge, we're still waiting on lab reports, and I've heard with Mr. Harpold on the private messaging, and I'm supposed to call him on Friday. We'll continue to confer.
All right, if we're still waiting on labs, let's set it for June 1st, and that'll give you a little more time.
I appreciate it, Judge.
Y'all end up working something out, then we can always move it up on the docket.
Okay, June 1st.
Yes, sir. June 1st at 8:30.
Thank you,
may.
sir.
Thank you.
All righty. Mary Ann, you can log out, okay?
Thank you.
Hi, John.
Yes, sir. Hey, Ben, how are you? And Paula Beaver, where are you? There you are. Hey, Paula. Long time no see. Nice to see you.
Court will call cause number B20-565, the State of Texas versus Cody Parrish.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Rafael Leal for Mr. Parrish. I believe he's on today. I just spoke with him. And
Parrish, hang on real quick, Mr. Leal. Mr. Parrish, are you with us?
Yes, sir. I'm right here.
There we go. Go ahead, Mr. Leal. Thank you.
yes, Your Honor. I'd like to have another pretrial. I sent an email to the prosecutors to see how we can best resolve this issue, this case, and I'm awaiting a response, Judge. I sent the email last week.
And Mr. Leal, I got that email, but Scott is retired. So it's
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry about that.
It's me and Steven, or Steven and I should say.
We're actually set for a 28:01 today. Do we have any announcements?
None from the state.
None from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. We'll see everybody back on May 3rd at 8:30, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Court will call cause number B20-317, the State of Texas versus Nicole Whitman.
I'm present, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
We do not, Judge. We're
working on a plea agreement. And my understanding and agreement with Mr. Harpold is that we would come back on May, I think the 3rd. If that's acceptable to the court.
It is. We have a 2801 hearing set on May 3rd, so you can make your announcements then.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
You bet. We'll
Thank
see you back
you.
on May 3rd at 8:30. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you, Kenton.
Court will call cause number B20-563, the state of Texas versus Cassandra Palacio. Ms. Palacio, are you with us?
Your Honor, she's called me a couple of times today. She was having trouble logging in, but I think that she finally got on. She texted me that she finally got on.
Ms. Palacio? Okay. We can circle back to her shortly.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will call cause number B20-101, state of Texas versus Giovanni Richardson.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Counsel's present.
Okay. Do we have any pretrial issues we need to address?
None from the state.
None from the defense.
All right. Looks like your next scheduled pretrial is May 3rd at 8:30. And then at that point, we need to figure out if we're going to jump on the trial docket or we're still working on a plea, okay?
Will that be in person?
That will be in person.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you. You too.
Yes, sir.
Court will call cause number B20-289, the state of Texas versus Misty Manis.
I'm here.
Mr. Matthews, are you with us? Mr. Matthews? All right, Ms. Manis, bear with us and we'll circle back to you shortly.
Yes, sir.
Court will call cause number B15-574, the state of Texas versus Robert Aldrade. Mr. Aldrade, are you with us? Okay, we'll circle back.
Well, I've never seen that. It just now came up.
Yes.
Except for 5-3. Okay. Okay. Court will call cause number B20-511, the state of Texas versus Daniel Ayala.
Yes, sir.
Bunch of fucking Mexicans.
Hello, sir.
I can hear you, Mr. Ayala. Thank you. Mr. McCray?
President, Your Honor. Yes.
There we go. All right, for purposes of, looks like arraignment, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Ready as well, Your Honor. We waive a formal reading and a plea of not guilty.
Are all the personal identifiers true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Ayala, the court will enter a scheduling order. Your next scheduled appearance before the court will be June 1st at 8:30 a.m., please.
Alrighty. Yes, sir.
Mr. Ayala, We sent you a contact letter. If you could please reach out to us here at the office and maybe schedule time to talk, that'd be appreciated.
Yes, sir. I haven't received any letter.
Okay. Well, give us a call, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have a good day.
You too.
Your Honor,
Yes.
this is Melinda Luna. I got hold of my client, Ms. Palacio. She had trouble unmuting, but she's learned how to unmute now, and we'll just be waiting for whenever you want to call her again.
Oh, hang on one second. Let's call her right now, and then we're going to take a break right after that.
Okay.
The court will recall cause number B20-563, the state of Texas versus Cassandra Palacio.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Perfect. All right. Counsel, do we have any pretrial issues?
None from the state.
None from the defense at this time.
My understanding, we do not have any labs. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Let's reset our pretrial for June 28th at 8:30 and see if we have our lab results by then.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you. May I be excused, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick 5-minute recess. I would ask you, please do not disconnect from Zoom, but if you need to step away to the restroom or take care of business, now's the time. And I would ask you to please be back no later than 5 minutes from now. Thank you. Paula, you ready? Okay. Court will call cause number B20-618, the state of Texas versus Jacob Diaz. For purposes of arraignment, would say the parties.
State's ready.
Yes, sir.
Mr. McCray? Bear with us just a second, Mr. Diaz.
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry,
Have you had an opportunity to go through the indictment with your client?
Yes, enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Are all the personal identifiers true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And does your client wish to have the indictment read in open court?
No, enter a plea of not guilty.
All right, Mr. Diaz, the court will enter a scheduling order. Your next scheduled appearance for the court will be June 1st at 8:30 a.m.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
See you back then. Thank you. Court will call cause number B21-24, the state of Texas versus Jaden Martinez. For purposes of arraignment, would say the parties.
Present.
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
I'm present.
Okay. Leland McCray, Your Honor, on behalf of the defense, we waive a formal reading and a plea of not guilty.
And are all the personal identifiers true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, the court will enter a scheduling order. Your next scheduled appearance for the court will be June 1st at 8:30 a.m. So we'll see you back then. Thank you.
Ms. Martinez, we sent you a contact letter. If you could just reach out to us and set up a time to talk.
I haven't got a letter, but I'll definitely call you. I have your number.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Court will call cause number B21-28, the state of Texas versus Andre Robles.
Here, Your Honor.
This should also be set for an arraignment. Have you had an opportunity to go through the indictment with your client?
Yes, Your Honor, enter a plea of not guilty and waive a formal reading.
And are the personal identifiers true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
No, because it wasn't marked. All right, the court will enter a scheduling order. Your next scheduled appearance for the court will be June 1st at 8:30 a.m. So we'll see you back then. Thank you, Mr. Robles.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Ms. Rose, we sent you a letter. If you could reach out and contact us, we can set up a time to talk.
I haven't gotten a letter. Is there a certain office or something that I need to call?
Yeah, let me give you the number. It's
Okay.
830-315.
One second, please. 830.
Yep, 315-2788. Again, that's 830-315-2788.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Court will call cause number B20-470, the state of Texas versus Christopher Wallen. For purposes of arraignment, would say the parties.
Present, Your Honor.
State's ready.
Ready as well.
Have you had an opportunity to go through the indictments with your client?
Yes.
For all the identifiers true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Correct, Your Honor. We enter plea of not guilty as all charges.
In waive formal reading?
Correct.
Mr. Wallen, the court will enter a scheduling order. Your next scheduled appearance for the court will be June 1st at 8:30 a.m. So we'll see you
Yes,
back
sir.
then. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Wallen, could you please give our office a shout here? We sent you a contact letter. If you haven't received it, just give us a call.
Yes, sir. Will do.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
It was signed or? Okay. Okay. Court will call cause number B20-413, the state of Texas versus Gilbert Sinisteros.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Mr. Nettles?
Council's present as well, Your Honor.
All right, do we have any 2801 issues or announcements today?
No, Your Honor. As far as 2801, we have nothing for the court today. The only thing is, Your Honor, we would just ask for another pretrial hearing date. There is a Children's Advocacy Center video that I will need to go watch in person at the DA's office. And so I'm just asking for a little bit more time to try to resolve this case.
All right, let's set a pretrial on May 3rd at 8:30. And we'll see everybody back then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
8:30 at 8:30.
And then, Your Honor, would Mr. Sinisteros be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B19-370, the state of Texas versus Badella Kabesh.
Council's present on that one. I believe Ms. Kubesh is
I'm here.
on.
I'm here.
There we go.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, do we have any other issues other than setting a trial setting?
No, Your Honor. We just would request the earliest trial setting possible.
None from the state.
All right, you have a pretrial on May 3rd at 8:30 and you're set for trial May 4th.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-632, the state of Texas versus Tierra Sosi.
Your Honor, council's present. I see Ms. Sosi on here. I believe she's about to unmute.
Here.
Do we have any pretrial issues to address today?
None from the state, Your Honor. We're waiting on labs.
And nothing else from defense, Your Honor. Just waiting for those lab reports.
You want to offset by 2 months or 3 months?
Let's go ahead and do 3.
All right, let's set a pretrial on June 28th and see if we have our labs back by then. So we'll see you back on June 28th at 8:30 a.m., ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then, Your Honor, I think that's all I've got this morning. May I be excused as well?
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. I'll see you this afternoon.
Yes, sir. Court will call cause number B21-51, 52, and 53, the state of Texas versus Jeremy Garcia.
Oh, Your Honor.
Yes.
Dave Parent's office called and said that he contracted the COVID, and so he won't be present. I left it up to them to try to reach out to their clients, but this was like a last minute thing right before we broke last week, and so try to help him out. but I'm
Okay.
not sure about his clients.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're waiting for the court to call your case and your attorney is Mr. David Parent, your case has been reset for May 3rd at 8:30 a.m. So if you're Jeremy Garcia, Virginia Raper, John Swinky, or Adrian Woolney, your case is reset for May 3rd at 8:30, please.
Your Honor, may I be just excused?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I kind of messed up your order. Our next one up should be B2207 and 567, Jordan Ramirez.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I just got a call from my doctor's office that they had an appointment open up. I was gonna see if we could take my cases out of order. If not, it's totally fine, and I can see if I can get a new date.
Well, hang loose just a minute. Let me go through the case that I already have in front of me. Then we'll see what we can find. Okay. Court will call cause number B2207 and B2567, the state of Texas versus Jordan Ramirez.
Yes, sir.
Present with counsel on that one, Judge.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity to go through the indictments with your client?
I have, Judge.
Are the personal identifiers true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Judge.
Does your client wish to have either indictment read in open court?
No, Judge.
And he enters a plea of?
Not guilty, Judge.
In both cases, Mr. Ramirez, the court will enter a scheduling order. Your next scheduled appearance for the court is June 1st at 8:30 a.m.
Yes, sir.
So we'll see you back then. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
The doable. Mr. Winsky, what time is your doctor's appointment?
They said they just had a cancellation, and to leave as quickly as I could, if at all possible.
You understand, even with 5 cases, that's going to be another 20 minutes or 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Tell you what, just hang on to the files. Let's do it this way. Court will call cause number B20-136, the state of Texas versus Amber Ayala for purposes of pretrial. Let's say the parties.
It's ready.
Defense is ready.
I'm here.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
I'm from the state.
None from the defense.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance for the court is May 3rd for a 2801 hearing. So we'll see everybody back then.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-512, state of Texas versus Jacqueline Barnett.
Your Honor, she is incarcerated in the Kendall County Jail right now.
All right, I'll leave it up to you to get with her and go through the indictment then.
Will do, sir.
Court will call cause number B19-360, the state of Texas versus Nicholas Davis.
I'm here, Your Honor.
There we go. All right, do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the state. We're waiting on labs, Your Honor.
None from the defense, and that's my understanding also.
All right, let's reset it for June 28th at 8:30. See if we have our labs by then. So we'll see you back on June 28th at 8:30, please.
Yes, sir. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, you too. Court will call cause number B20-549, the state of Texas versus Sarah Leftwich.
I wasn't able to get in contact with her this morning. I do not know if she's on.
Ms. Leftwich, are you with us?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. All right. Purposes of pretrial, do we have any issues, counsel?
State's ready, Your Honor, and we're waiting on labs.
Defense is
Can
ready.
you hear me?
And
Yeah.
we are waiting on labs.
All right, let's reset for June 28th at 8:30. Ms. Leftwich, we'll see you back on June 28th at 8:30, please.
Thank you.
Sarah, if you could give my office a call so I can get in contact with you. We have some stuff we need to discuss.
Okay, thank you so much.
Court will call cause number B20-590, the state of Texas versus Constance Worth. Ms. Worth, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
There we go. Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the state. We're waiting on labs.
None from the defense, and we're still waiting on labs.
All right, Ms. Worth, we'll see you back on June 28th at 8:30 and hope we have your lab results by then.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. There we go.
That's all I have on the morning docket. I will be there for the afternoon docket. May I be excused, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Now we're back on page 15. Okay. Court will call cause number B20-509, the state of Texas versus Bianca Alvarado.
Good morning, Judge. I'm present for Miss Alvarado, and she is in my office. I don't know if you can see her.
Barely. There we go. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Not from defense.
None from the state. We're waiting on labs.
Well, do you want to jump a few months since you're waiting on labs, or do you want to stick to the scheduling order?
I'm fine with a couple of months. What say you, Ms. Perry?
A couple months is fine.
All right, let's jump to June 28th at 8:30. We'll see everybody back then.
Thank you, Judge, very much. May Miss Alvarado be excused?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Court will call cause number B19-912, state of Texas versus Irve Hermendez, excuse me.
Present, Your Honor.
And defense is present, Your Honor.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the state.
None from the defendant.
And it looks like we just need a trial date. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, we'll have a pretrial on June 1st at 8:30, and we'll be set for jury trial on June 2nd at 8 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You bet. We'll see you back then. Thank you. June 1 and 2. Looks like we changed it in June. Yeah. Okay. Are both cases set today or just one? Okay. Court will call cause number B20-516 and B21-48, State of Texas versus Manda Cheney.
Defense is present, Judge.
Ms. Cheney, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
There we go. Okay. Do we have any pretrial issues on either one?
No, Your Honor.
No, Judge. And the second one you called, is that the one that was Mr. Reitmeyer's? And I wasn't sure if I was being appointed or what's happening.
Yeah, you should be on. You should show up as the counsel of record on both of them.
Okay. Her arraignment's set for today. We'll have to go through that, Judge, because I didn't catch that when I was going through this.
Okay, let's do this. Let's just reset both of them for May 3rd.
Okay,
And that'll give you time to sit down and go through the indictment with your client.
very good. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that.
Okay, we'll see you back on May 3rd at 8:30, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, bye. Oh, that's good. Thank you. Okay.
Court will call cause number B19-198, the State of Texas versus David Galvan.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Defense is here and we're ready, Judge.
Do we have any pretrial issues on this one, counsel?
Not from defense.
Not from the state.
We have our labs, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, let's set it for May 3rd at 8:30, and at that point, we'll choose whether to go on the trial docket or the plea docket.
Okay, so May 3rd would be a pretrial.
Correct.
Thank you, Judge.
Miss Perry, I will get with you this week for sure.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Yes. A little discombobulated. Court will call calls number B20-530, 531, and 532. The State of Texas versus Wendy Holt.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here.
Thank you. All right, counsel, do we have any pretrial issues on any of these three cases?
Not today, Your Honor, not from defense.
None from the state.
Looks like our next scheduled appearance is May 3rd for a 2801 hearing. So we'll see you back on May 3rd at 8:30, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B19-550 and 19-744, the state of Texas versus Caleb North. For purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
Defendants present,
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
and we have no pretrial motions today, Judge.
State.
State's ready. We're waiting on labs.
Let's reset this one for May 3rd. And Mr. Rosenbach, if you can make a call, I would appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Looks like we've been waiting for labs about 15, 16 months. All right, Mr. North, we'll see you back on May 3rd, please.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mrs. Perry.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B2086 and B2376, the state of Texas versus Amber Ryder.
Present, Your Honor.
Counsel, do we have any pretrial issues?
Not today, Your Honor.
I'm from the state.
We just need to get on the trial docket, or do you want one more pretrial?
One more pretrial is fine with me.
Sounds
All right,
good.
let's set a pretrial on May 3rd, and at that point, we'll make a decision. Okay.
Thank you.
We'll see
Thank you,
back
Your
on May
Honor.
3rd at 8:30. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Court will call cause number B20-463, the state of Texas versus David Sewell. For purposes of a 2801 hearing, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Judge, the defendant would like, if there should be a punishment, to go to the judge for punishment, and that will be filed with the court today.
Mr. Sewell, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. All right, does the state have any pretrial issues?
None from the state.
Do we just need a trial date, or do you want one more pretrial?
I'd like one more pretrial.
Oh, sorry.
All right, we'll set a pretrial for May 3rd. Mr. Sewell, we'll see you back May 3rd at 8:30, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
May I go?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Are you the only one with us? Okay. If it keeps going, we may have a huge stack of names to call here in a little bit. We'll holler at you. Thanks, Eric. Court will call cause number B20-314, the state of Texas versus Jenna Thomas.
Defense is present, Judge.
Ms. Thomas, are you with us?
Yes, sir. I'm here. I have to take it off of mute. I'm here.
Thank you. All right, we're set for a 2801 today. Do we have any announcements or motions?
None from the state.
Judge, I did try to contact the client, and we've been playing phone tag. I will file that today with the court, but I need to speak with my client.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your next scheduled appearance is May 3rd at 8:30 for a pretrial. So we'll see you back then.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Thomas, if you'll call me.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I'll call you right after this. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
Court will call cause number B18-880, the state of Texas versus Janet Tober. Purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
Seats ready.
Present.
Ms. Tober, are you with us? Janet Tober.
I know she was on here, Judge. Judge, if I may, after my last one, I will call her because I saw her come up on my cell phone. I don't know if she's having problems or.
Okay, we'll circle back to her.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B20-589, the state of Texas versus Veronica Williamson.
Defense present, Judge.
Here, Your Honor.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Not from defense.
None from the state. We're waiting on labs.
All right, let's set it off for June 28th at 8:30 and see if we have our labs by then.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll see you back then, Ms. Williamson. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Okay. 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 Court will call cause number B20-587 and 588, the state of Texas versus John Bradley Williams. For purposes of arraignment, what say the parties?
Seats ready.
I'm present.
Mr. Williams, are you with us?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
There you are. Mr.
Yes, sir.
McCray?
I haven't had a chance to talk with him yet. I filed kind of late on the attorney thing, so that's my fault on that.
Well, Your Honor, Mr. Williams has
Yes,
been assigned to our office, but he's correct. We have not been in contact with him as of yet. I don't want to reset an arraignment, so I will just enter a plea of not guilty and file a waiver and have an opportunity to review that with him between now and our next pretrial.
We're going to reset the arraignment. I'm a little hinky about entering a plea without the defendant ever looking at the indictment.
Okay, well, it was for not guilty, so I guess worst case scenario. But I hear you, Judge. We'll file a waiver. You go ahead and reset. I was just trying to keep the docket moving.
Yeah. Now, if you file the waiver, then we'll enter a scheduling order and it won't be an issue. But
okay.
In the meantime, I'd rather you sit down and talk to the defendant about the indictment.
Not a problem. I believe we sent out a contact letter. If he could just give us a call.
I did get it. Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, yeah, please give us a call and set up a time to talk.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Sir. Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Let's get home.
I think we passed over Miss Lockhart as well. She's another one of our clients.
Yeah, I'm showing she was waived.
Yes, she was. Okay.
Yeah, so Denisio Alamond.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Good. Yourself, Mr.
Doing well, thank you. Thank you. Doing okay, Paul? All right. Court will call cause number B20-198 and 199, 199, the state of Texas versus Benicio Alamont. Mr. Rudkin, I know you're with us somewhere.
Oh, I'm here. I'm here, Your Honor.
There we go.
Yes.
For purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
Defense is ready.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
None from the defense at this time, Your Honor.
All right, let's reset it for May 3rd, and then at that point, we'll make a decision whether to get on the trial docket or the plea docket.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Alamont, we'll see you back on May 3rd at 8:30, please.
Thank you, sir.
Court will call cause number B19-257, the state of Texas versus Felicia Barker.
Present for Ms. Barker.
I'm here.
Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the state.
None from the defense, and we're set for a plea this Friday, the 9th at 8 a.m.
All right. We'll see you back Friday at 8 a.m., ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Court will call cause number B20-277, the state of Texas versus Curtis Grantham.
Oh my God.
Here for Mr. Grantham, Your Honor. I talked to him over the weekend and Friday. He should be on.
I see him on there. He's just not unmuted. There we go.
How
Mr.
are you?
Grantham, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the state.
All right, Mr. Grantham, it looks like your next scheduled appearance is May 3rd at 8:30 for a pretrial. We'll see you back then.
Yes, sir. That'll be in the courthouse, correct?
That will be in the courthouse. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I love it. Court will call cause number B20-557, the state of Texas versus Colt McKinney.
Present.
Hello. Mr. McKinney, did I hear you?
He should be on. He has all the information we talked over.
I see him. He's just muted. There we go.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
I can hear you. All right. Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
None from the state.
None from the defense, Your Honor.
Looks like our next scheduled appearance for the court is May 3rd for a 2801 hearing. So, Mr. McKinney, we'll see you in court at May 3rd at 8:30, please.
All righty. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B19-668, the state of Texas versus Sandra Roberts. For purposes of a 2801, what say the parties?
State's ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
I'm here.
Do we have any announcements or motions?
None from the state.
None from the defense at this time, Your Honor.
All right, the next scheduled appearance for the court is May 3rd at 8:30 a.m. So Ms. Roberts, we'll see you back next month. Thank you.
That is in person, Ms. Roberts.
Yes, sir. I could go ahead and leave.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Court will call cause number B20-551 and 622, State of Texas versus Dallas Lopez. Purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Defense is ready, and I think we're still waiting on lab reports. I just checked the portal on both cases.
I believe that's correct.
If we could set it for that June setting you've been doing, Judge, maybe. This is about an 8-month-old case on the older one.
Okay. Well, let's push them out till June 28th at 8:30 a.m. and cross our fingers.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Dallas, I'll call you later. You're free to leave. All right. Thank you, Judge.
Yeah. Thank you.
Court will call cause number B19-235, 417, and 418, the State of Texas versus Adam Ortega. For purposes of a pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Defense is ready. I have filed on his oldest case, Your Honor, motions to suppress. So I know we're set for pretrial today. I don't know if we would attempt to do that on May 3rd or not, or.
No, it'll be on a separate contested date.
Okay.
Mr. Schaefer, if you just will get with me an email, we'll come to a date to put it on a contested docket.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, the two of you can compare your calendars and we'll get it addressed as quickly as we can.
Okay.
So Mr. Ortega, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, stay in touch with your attorney and he'll tell you what your next court date is, okay?
Okay, Judge.
Thank you.
May I be dismissed?
You may. Thank you, Mr. Schaefer.
All right, take care. Have a good day, Judge. And I'll give you a call or email. Thanks.
Sounds good. Bye.
Court will call cause number B20-15, State of Texas versus Joshua Bennett. Purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
State's ready.
Right here, Your Honor.
Mr. Stedman, are you with us?
I am, Judge. Sorry.
There we go. Do we have any pretrial issues, counsel?
Don't have any pretrial issues, Judge. I think we're going to be able to resolve this case. I've been talking to the state. The one thing I wanted to do is it says I don't have the labs in this case, and we've checked the portal even as of this morning, and I still don't have it. And I know it's a pretty old case. I don't know if it was misplaced, or I'd like to confirm the labs before I resolve it.
We don't have labs yet.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to Steve. I've talked to Stephen about this case previously, Judge. I'll see if I can resolve it between now and then, but I would like to confirm the labs if at all possible. It's a vague thing.
Well, let's put it on the June 28th pretrial docket at 8:30. And if
I
you decide to do something sooner, we certainly can.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Bennett, we'll see you back on June 28th. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Court will call cause number B20-619, the state of Texas versus Leslie Dunn.
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, do we have any pretrial issues?
We don't at this time, Your Honor. There are no lab results on this one as of yet that we've received.
None from the state, that's correct.
Well, let's just save everybody a lot of time and trouble and reset for June 28th. And if we get our lab sooner, ma'am, we'll get you back into court sooner.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B20-168, state of Texas versus Daryl Frazier.
I'm present, Your Honor. Mr. Frazier is not present. It says he's out of custody. He is not. He actually is in custody with federal authorities. He was once he made bond, he had a hold out of the United States Marshal's Office on a federal revocation of his parole status. And the U.S. Marshals, I don't have the exact date. I can look it up in my file, but they picked him up and in March and transported him to Waco. He has since had his revocation hearing, and he's been sentenced to a federal sentence upon that revocation hearing.
That's our understanding.
And I guess I could talk to Mr. Harpold. He's the individual I've been dealing with on the case, Judge. I guess I could discuss with Steve how they want to proceed, or if they want to have him bench warranted. I would need their cooperation to set it for trial and have him bench warranted back from the federal authorities. I do not know what unit he is going to yet. I don't believe he has been transported to the federal unit where he'll be serving that sentence. But it may be, it's our understanding, it may be in Oklahoma.
Okay, let's do this. Let's reset it for May 3rd. And maybe by then we'll know where he is, and you and Mr. Harpold can figure out how we want to proceed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thanks. Court will call cause number B19-149, the state of Texas versus Philip Lacey.
Good morning, Judge Emerson.
Good morning. Purposes of pretrial, let's say the parties.
It's ready.
We're ready, Your Honor. This is the case that I think Mr. Harpold and I have been missing each other trying to get a trial setting. We have a couple witnesses to coordinate. There is one issue that perhaps myself and the state, I don't care if it's Mr. Rosenblatt or Stephen, that I need to talk to you in chambers about. So if you want to go, if you want me to stick around and take me in privately, I just don't want to talk about it here.
I want the two of you just pick a time and a place and we'll get together.
Okay. All right, and then do you want us to reset it for pretrial so Steve and I can what?
Go ahead. Somebody else was unmuted.
I thought one of the state representatives are trying to talk, so I shut up.
No, I think it came from somewhere else. Go ahead.
Okay, so do you want us just to reset for another pretrial, and I'll get with Stephen and try to get our dates ironed out for trial setting?
Mr. Harpold or Mr. Rosenbach?
Sounds good.
Okay, let's set it for May 3rd and we'll choose a trial date then.
Okay.
I would tell you, given the number of incarcerated individuals we have, try not to set it before the fall.
I'm not going to, Judge. I just would like to get my ducks in a row just because, as the court's aware, I think the state has multiple trial settings, but I'm trying to make myself available as well.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Sounds good. We'll see everybody back on May 3rd at 8:30, please.
Thank you,
Thank you, Judge Emerson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll call you on this and Fraser later on in the week or today if I can, all right?
Okay.
All right, maybe excuse, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge Emerson.
Thank you. Court will call cause number B19-544, the state of Texas versus John McComas.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Valdez, Court President.
All right, Mr. Valdez and state, do we have any pretrial issues?
None at this time, Your Honor.
I'd like one more final reset to talk to Mr. Harpole about this case.
All right, let's give you a pretrial on May 3rd, and then at that point, we'll figure out how to proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good seeing
Okay.
you again.
Thank you. You too. We'll see everybody May 3rd at 8:30, please.
Thank you.
Court will call cause number B20-585, the state of Texas versus Michael Verdreen Jr.
I'm here.
Good morning.
Good morning. How
Mr.
you doing?
Verdreen, is it still your desire to represent yourself?
No, I tried reaching out to Melinda Luna, but she didn't want to represent me. So I'm gonna try to go for either another attorney under $3,000 or a public defender.
All right, what I'm going to do is reset you for May 3rd at 8:30, okay? If you decide that you cannot afford your own attorney, then I would ask you to respectfully apply for court-appointed counsel before the end of the week so that we have time to process the application and assign you an attorney if you qualify.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you back on May 3rd at 8:30.
That's in person, right?
That's in person.
Yes, sir. I'll see you then.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, let's circle back through. Yeah. She didn't bond out in Arizona. That's pretty stupid.
Your Honor.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I thought that Barney Lukes was this morning on the docket, but I wanted to inform you that Mr. Harpole and I have agreed on a reset, and so I filed that with the court.
Okay. What page? It looks like you've been reset for June 1st.
Okay, great. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. You're welcome.
Mr. Luke, is Mr. Luke excused, Your Honor?
He is.
Okay, Mr. Luke, you're excused. Thank you.
All right, the court will recall cause number B2414 and B2143, the state of Texas versus Samantha Cooper. All right, Ms. Cooper does not appear to be present. Court would recall cause number B2144, state of Texas versus Cameron Davila. That's a no arrest. Okay. Court will recall cause number B20-527, the state of Texas versus Leanne Hernandez. Leanne Hernandez.
Judge,
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is Jackie Davis. I talked to Leanne and she said that she was on there, but I'm not sure. I've talked to her on the phone.
There's somebody waving under Lindsay Perez. You have to unmute yourself, ma'am. You have to unmute the mic.
There we go.
Oh.
Sorry, my fault.
Ma'am, are you Miss Hernandez?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're set for arraignment this morning. Are you represented by an attorney?
No, sir, I haven't got one yet. I'm looking.
All right, the court's going to reset you for May 3rd at 8:30. So when you
Okay.
hire your attorney, be sure and tell them that's when your court date is, okay?
I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's in person. Okay, thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. Court will recall cause number B20-436, the state of Texas versus Karina Holcomb. Karina Holcomb. Okay, the court would note that she's not present. Court will recall cause number B21-56, the state of Texas versus Juan Martin. Juan Martin.
Judge, he's in my waiting room. I'm trying to get him to, us can see him. I'm gonna go in there.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Say it again.
Present, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Martin, let's start off with, can you please give me a good mailing address?
It's 5887 Center Point, Highway 27. It's Center Point.
You get that? Okay. Mr. Martin, we're present. Is that the same address? Yeah, that address, the mail bounces back and says it's undeliverable. Do you have a different address where you receive mail?
I could get an address, but I don't know it offhand.
Okay, can you get that address to the district clerk before Wednesday, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Martin, we're set for arraignment this morning. Are you represented by an attorney?
No, sir.
Do you have the resources to hire your own attorney?
No, sir.
Okay, then I would ask you to please go into the district clerk's office, pick up an application for court-appointed counsel, and
Okay.
please fill that out for us before Wednesday if you can, okay?
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is reset you for May 3rd at 8:30. That's when your next court date is.
Okay, sir.
All right, be sure and go in and fill that out so I can get you court-appointed counsel if you apply, if you qualify, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Martin.
Thank you.
So we set for May 3rd.
Court will recall cause number B21-27, State of Texas versus Micah McCormick. Micah McCormick. Okay, it does not appear that Ms. McCormick is present. Court will recall cause number B20-562, the State of Texas versus Stephen Ortiz. Stephen Ortiz. Does not appear that Mr. Ortiz is present. Court will recall cause number B20-96, the State of Texas versus Edwin Rodello.
My client's on, Your Honor, Edwin's iPhone. Edwin, if you could unmute yourself. I just got off the phone with him, Your Honor, so I'm trying to, he said he was on.
I see somebody says Edwin's iPhone. There's no video, but.
Let me give him a quick call again if you want to continue to go through the recall.
Let me set him aside and I'll circle back in a second.
Okay, thank you.
Court will recall cause number B18-261, State of Texas versus Adrian Urotesky.
Urostegui, Judge, he's on.
Urostegui.
Yes, Judge, he's on, and we're ready for pretrial.
I'm here.
Have anything?
There he is. All right, counsel, do we have any pretrial issues?
None from the state judge. I mean, none from the defense judge. Sorry. Well, they didn't have any.
Coming on
I know
board.
them. They don't have any either.
Coming on board.
You'd probably cut yourself a good deal, wouldn't you?
I will, Judge. I won't burden the court at all.
I got the right attorney then, huh?
Does the state have any pretrial issues?
None from the state, Your Honor.
All right, it looks like our next scheduled appearance is May 3rd at 8:30. So we'll see everybody back on May 3rd, please.
Very well, Judge. May we be excused then?
You may. Thank you, Mr. Urostegui.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Court will recall cause number B19-60, the State of Texas versus Jesus Juarez.
I'm still here, Your Honor. I've not heard from him.
All right, the court would note that Mr. Juarez is not present. Christina called him too. Ms. Manis, are you still with us?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Manis, I'm going to reset your case for May 3rd. And if you would, please call your attorney.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Let me make a note on attorney's FTA. Court will recall cause number B15-574, the state of Texas versus Robert Oldrati. Mr. Oldrati, are you with us?
And Your Honor, just for the court, I spoke with Mr. Matthews last week and asked him to send me, if he wasn't going to be available, to send me over motions. I never got anything from him and never heard back from him on those things. And so I don't know what to.
The court also tried to contact him this morning without success. So the court would note that Mr. Oldrati is not present. Okay, she's the one on resale. Court would recall cause number B18-880, the state of Texas versus Janet Tober.
Present. I'm here, sir.
Thank you. Ms. Perry?
Yes, sir. I'm present also for Ms. Tober, and we don't have any motions on file for today.
Nothing from the state.
All right, looks like our last scheduled pretrial is May 3rd. So on May 3rd, we'll make a declaration one way or another.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, we'll see you before 8:30 on May 3rd, Ms. Tober.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
May I be excused, Judge, until this afternoon?
You may. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, back to Rodello. I'm looking back for Rodello now. Here he is, top page 4. Court will recall cause number B20-96, the state of Texas versus Edwin Rodello.
I was unable to reach him by phone this time, Your Honor. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. With regards to the case, I have been talking with Benjamin. I'm working out a plea deal. I do expect it to be ironed out here within this month. If I could get if you want a short recall so I can get him on Zoom with you sometime this week, I'd be amenable to that as well.
Well, I want him on here today because what's going to happen is we're fixing to call his name at the courthouse door.
Okay. I mean, I'll keep reaching out to him, Your Honor. Keep calling him.
Okay.
I see that he's logged on. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Can you grab a bailiff for us? Nobody's there? Do me a favor and go over and grab Mickey.
Excuse me, Your Honor. This is John Rittenberry. I haven't heard my case called yet.
No, hang loose with us, Mr. Rittenberry.
Okay.
Mr. Rittenberry, why don't you take your hat off since we're in court?
Hey, there we go. Give me 1 second. We're trying to make it easy on you. Yeah, I've got to meet the statute. Can you please call those names 3 times? Thank you.
Your Honor, I believe that's all I have on the docket. May I be excused?
I'll jump to Mr. Rittenberry in just 1 second.
Excuse me, did you say my name?
Yeah, I was just telling them that you're going to be up next.
Okay.
As soon as I get the bailiff back in here, get the return.
Okay. Return on what?
Yeah, is there any way you can take that dog and put it in another room, or?
He actually is in another room, and he's barking because I won't let him out. Sorry, Your Honor.
Yeah. Because he won't let him out.
Barney, come here.
Ready, Paul? Court will recall cause number B21-43, the state of Texas versus Samantha Cooper. Deputy, did you have an opportunity to call her name 3 times at the courthouse door? Was there an affirmative answer? Motion from the state.
State would move a bond be forfeited, that a warrant be issued for her arrest, and a judgment needs to be issued.
Requested relief will be granted. Mr. Aldrade just showed up, I think. Now, court will call cause number B20-414, the state of Texas versus Samantha Cooper. Deputy, did you have an opportunity to call her name 3 times at the courthouse door? Was there an affirmative answer? Motion from the state.
State would move that her bond be forfeited, that a warrant be issued for her arrest, and a judgment needs to be issued.
Requested relief will be granted. Court will call cause number B20-436, the state of Texas versus Karina Holcomb. Deputy, did you have an opportunity to call her name 3 times at the courthouse door? Was there an affirmative answer? Motion from the state.
State would move for his bond be forfeited, that a warrant be issued for his arrest, and a judgment needs to be issued.
Requested relief will be granted. Court will call cause number B21-27, the state of Texas versus Micah McCormick. Did you have an opportunity to call her name 3 times at the courthouse door? Was there an affirmative answer? Motion from the state.
State moves that her bonds be forfeited, that a warrant be issued for her arrest, and a judgment needs to be issued.
Requested relief will be granted. Court will call cause number B20-562, state of Texas versus Stephen Ortiz. Deputy, did you have an opportunity to call the name 3 times at the courthouse door? Was there an affirmative answer? Motion from the state.
State moves that his bond be revoked, that a warrant be issued for his arrest, and the judgment needs to be issued.
Requested relief will be granted. Court will call cause number B19-60, the state of Texas versus Jesus Juarez. Deputy, did you have an opportunity to call his name 3 times at the courthouse door? Was there an affirmative answer? Motion from the state.
State moves that his bonds be forfeited, that a warrant be issued for his arrest, and a judgment needs to be issued.
Requested relief will be granted. Let's skip Mr. Aldrade because I think he just showed up. Let's go to court. Will call cause number B20-96, the state of Texas versus Edwin Rodello. Deputy, did you have an opportunity to call the name 3 times at the courthouse door? Was there an affirmative answer? Motion from the state.
State move his bond be forfeited, that a warrant be issued for his arrest, and a judgment needs to be issued.
Requested relief will be granted.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you. I apologize for my client.
Not a problem. Thank you. And the court will call cause number B15-574, the state of Texas versus Robert Aldrade.
Yes.
Aldrade, are you with us?
Yeah.
I don't have a clue.
Are you able to hear me?
Matthews, you need to unmute, please.
Judge, I thought I had unmuted. I'm sorry. Mr. Aldrade's failure to show up this morning was my fault. I thought we had agreed to a reset for a plea on Friday. And I just realized that I guess we didn't get it taken care of. And that's completely on me. That's my screw up. And I'm sorry.
Okay, so do we have a plea set for Friday morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Aldrade, we'll see you back at 8 a.m. Friday morning.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
All right, let's take care of Mr. Rittenberry. Mr. Matthews, you might want to call your other client. I told her to give you a ring.
I've been in contact with her, Judge, and I've been conferring with Mr. Rosenbach about that case. Judge, I'm really sorry about the screw up this morning.
Okay, we'll see you back Friday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Rittenberry, you're going to have to shut that dog up, please.
Yes, sir. Hold on just a second. Let me try to do it. All right. Hey.
Your Honor, the court didn't have anything else for me. I was going to ask to be excused if possible.
You may. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. See you this afternoon.
Yeah. Is that better, Mr. Anderson? Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit, but
okay. Mr. Leland, how are you? Mr. Leland?
all right, the court will call cause number B20-108, the state of Texas versus John Rittenberry. For purposes of pretrial, what say the parties?
Okay, Your Honor.
State have any pretrial issues?
None.
Yes.
Rittenberry, you have any pretrial issues to address?
I did. I thought I was here for B2 calls 108 and B2 calls 109.
You have those other files? Yeah, I called 108.
Yes, sir.
Court will also have B20-109.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Rittenberry, do you have anything on pretrial on either one of those?
I do not. I've not even been arraigned on either one of those yet. When I say arraigned, I mean I have not waived any rights whatsoever and have reserved all rights as a Texas national. It's well documented on the court of the record that I'm not a citizen of the United States, and I've demanded proof of jurisdiction. And this has gone on for 15 months now, and you know, I'm tired of being drug into these courts under unconscionable means, under duress, and can't. If the Georgia court cannot prove jurisdiction, I'm moving for a default summary judgment for a dismissal today on both cases.
I believe, are we set for trial next month, the state?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Rittenberry, you have a pretrial on May 3rd at 8:30, and you're set for trial May 4th at 8 a.m.
Excuse me, Your Honor, who is Benjamin?
So he's an assistant district attorney.
Okay, and who is representing me here?
Last I heard, you were representing you.
Ours propria persona. Oh, this is the first time I've ever met this district attorney. And
that really doesn't matter. You're set for May 3rd at 8:30 for a pretrial. You're set for jury trial May 4th at 8 a.m. And
okay,
both of those will be in person.
Are you going to? Okay, I'll be there in person. Are you going to grant or deny my my proof of jurisdiction today?
The court has jurisdiction, Mr. Rittenberry. We've been over that and over that.
You're telling me that, Your Honor. Now, this is case law. When jurisdiction is challenged, it clearly appears that the court does not have jurisdiction by the district attorneys asking me if I would admit to jurisdiction. Now,
Mr. Rittenberry, you're more than welcome to take it up with the Court of Appeals, but we've been through that multiple times on multiple cases.
Well, I'm in a maritime court, Your Honor.
We will see you back. We will see you back May 3rd.
I'm going to call for dismissal for the court's refusal to prove jurisdiction. I'm going to call for dismissal of both cases as a sovereign with cause and with prejudice today, if you cannot prove jurisdiction.
We'll see you back on May 3rd. Gone.
Your Honor, may I be excused?
If he appealed, he would have to recognize the jurisdiction of the court. So he's kind of in a catch-22.
Yeah.
You know, and if he's not a sovereign citizen, maybe we need to call ICE.
Exactly.
So, just saying. All right. Do we have anything else to address this morning?
No, sir.
This morning.
All right. We'll see everybody back at 1:30. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Judge. Bye, everybody.